Good evening. Thank you for the very glowing introduction. I'm very happy to be here today, not just to talk about events per se, but talk about why we are here today and with a partnership with Arvind. In the mid 80s, when I started off, like a lot of people, I think Santana's dad was definitely one of the people I worked with in those days. There was no word in existence called event management. However, it was because of some exposure that I had overseas, and that was the vision that gave me an impetus to say that why can't I bring international entertainment to India? And that was purely by chance. Me being a Bangalorean and me being multilingual, and English was the main language of communication in Bangalore. And we started slowly but surely, it grew, and then, as they say, there's water under the bridge. We've done a lot of stuff with music. And then, as Santana pointed out, and even so did Mr. Jairam, you have to adapt to change, and change happens with time, and the world changes, and the world will not change for you. So, when we knew that we had reached the tipping point of live entertainment and EDM came into India, and we Indians love to blindly try and copy everything that happens abroad. Media was getting fractured. Social media got in, many more channels came in. Initially, when we were doing shows, like Mr. Jairam pointed out, there was a newspaper ad, there was a TV ad, there was a radio ad, and you had everybody's attention. Today, you can shout, you can go social media, but you still have to really figure out how to get hold of people. Then came the IPL, where we were invited to give our ideas of how we can integrate entertainment into sports. So we were the first ideators who tried to take up that challenge and started that. But before we could even get our footing, the whole tournament got moved to South Africa the next year. And I think that was the learning for us because we went to another country and we were able to see how different people operate in different ways. I'm not talking about myself individually because I have done that, but it was important for all the people who are working within my company and the other people of the BCCI related uh, event companies, production, sound, lighting, all of these guys to get this international exposure. I think that made a great foundation and it entirely transformed um, IPL into what it is today. Just to give you an example for those who are joining events, when we used to do a ticket sale, people, whether it's Bangalore, whether it's Bombay or Delhi, they'd never want to do you hear the word ticket. They will also always say, "Give me a pass." So it will start with the government, it will start with the politicians, it will start with the police, it will also start with your friends, and they would think it's their privilege to be invited rather than to pay for and go. And IPL is one such example which has changed that entire perception where people now are actually, for this coming season, we already have bookings in advance. And the season not even been announced, and we don't even know if we're going to play in India this coming election year. So these are the changes that have happened. Coming back to why we are here today, I have to just give you a little bit of background of something else that I do, and which is why I am standing here today. We have a educational trust in Kolar Goldfields, which is a backward area just 2 hours from here, and we have five educational institutions that largely cater to the rural population. And from 2001, I've been very keenly involved in that and giving back to what we can to the rural society. 3 years ago, I was struggling to see that our students were not getting jobs. And jobs are very difficult to come, and the big companies weren't coming to Kolar Goldfields. They would just come to all the engineering colleges here in Bangalore and give jobs to good students. Then I found out the first problem that we were having. One is communication, confidence, and most importantly, English. Now, it's not mandatory by VTU, that is the university, that we conduct or give English classes to the students. But I took that initiative, used my own money to fund that program, which we saw results only in the third year, where people were able to speak fluently and were a little more confident. And then I said, I cannot stop at that. I have to get the industry involved and get them interested to come to Kolar Goldfields. And by a stroke of luck, Tata TCS, in their CSR profile, have a program which adopts or selects 4 colleges in each state in the rural area and gives weekend classes and coaches them, and hopefully they will pick up people for unemployment. And within a year of doing that with the TCS, we moved on to Cisco. So with these two big multinationals coming into our campus, not only that students got more jobs, even our admissions and the quality of the output has been fantastic, which is why I'm here today. I said I've done what I have and I will continue to do that as my passion for giving back to society. But then, coming from the event background and I've done this for 35 odd years, what can I give back and how could I do it? And what better way to look at it is to actually tie up with Arvind, where you have the right teaching faculty to give the theoretical knowledge, and we will be the powerhouse to be able to give the tools for the students who are going to emerge from this program to be actually have the experience in the real event space, be it sports, be it music, be it anything. I mean, today event management is so wide, it almost occupies, I think, every nook and corner of every activity that goes on, not only in India, but all over the world, from a press conference to anything that you could possibly talk of. People want to now professionally do it, including weddings. So the event manager can always branch to anything. He could become a wedding planner. He could become an impresario. He can become like you, an MC, and then maybe he can go on to acting. There's no absolutely. It's a white canvas, and it's how you can paint that canvas. And we want to hopefully be the platform that can allow you to do that and make it possible for you. And with Arvind's help and his team, to give you the right guidance and the technical know-how of how to become an event manager. So here we are talking about a professional course. And I'm very happy that we are doing this. And I think you will see that people who come out of this institute will definitely be better than like when I started away, because I had to struggle because there was no word called events. But now you have a platform, you have, you would have done your internship or you would have done a project. So you can go on and, sell your skills either to another event company or start as an entrepreneur yourself. Everything is possible. So I think that is where we come from, and what I have done from my side is, in Bangalore we have a prime piece of property which belongs to our trust, which is almost about I think 4 acres, and that is where we are situating this event institute, which team I will run. And every, depending on the course, wherever they have to, students have to come and be placed well within our organization or other organizations. Even that is going to happen parallelly, so you get both the theory and the practical side of this. And hopefully this time around you'll get more professional student event managers churning out. That's, I think, what I'm most happy about. Thank you very, very much.